Hello students, once again welcome to Bholanath Academy. Students, today we are going to see the bonding in the coordination compound. Now in the previous lecture we have seen about the coordination compound. In this lecture now students we are going to see the bonding, how the bonding is formed in the coordination compound. So here so many theories are there students. So first theory we are taking, that is called as valence bond theory. In shortcut we call as VBT theory. VBT students, what is, there is a formation of coordinate bond. Coordinate means all the electrons are donated by the ligand only. At the time that is called as coordinate bond. The bond when it is formed, that is called as coordinate bond. So here students, coordinate bond formed due to the overlap of the vacant hybrid orbital of the central metal atom. Now here all the central metal atom are having vacant orbitals. Now the electrons are donated by the ligands. So students, for that whatever bond is formed, that is called as coordinate bond. So students, coordinate bond formed due to the overlap of the vacant hybrid orbital of the central metal atom, it may be ion, with the filled orbital of the ligand, each containing lone pair of the electron. That means two electrons will be given by the ligand. The two electrons we call as one pair. So all the pairs are given by the ligand. That type, when the bond is formed, that is called as coordinate bond. And because it is called valence bond theory, that is why it is called as what? Valence bond theory. Now students, in valence bond theory students, first we are going to see the complexes with the coordination number 4. That means when 4 ligands are donating 4 pair of electrons, that means total 8 electrons is given by the ligand. So here students, we are talking about pairs. That means we are saying what? Coordination number 4. 4 pairs of electrons are given by the ligand. Now complexes with the coordination number 4. Now students, here the 4 pair of the electrons are given by the ligand. That is why we call as the complex which is formed is called as coordination with the coordination number 4. Complexes with the coordination number 4. Now what is happening students, here the metal, central metal atom we call as what? Capital M here we are showing, and the ligand students we are showing with capital L. Now here students, because coordination number 4, that means if one ligand donating one lone pair, now here I am writing 4. That means this ligand, 4 ligand will pair, it will provide one pair. That means it will form the compound of Ml4. That is why it is called as coordination number 4. Complex, this is the complex which is formed, it is called as complex with the coordination number 4. Now students, when you see the structure, students, it may be tetrahedral structure or it may be square planar structure. Now what happens students, Ml4, you can write the structure of Ml4 in two ways. First you can write with tetrahedral structure students, tetrahedral structure. Tetrahedral structure students, what happens, here the central metal will be at the center students. Here capital M I am writing at the center. Now the ligands, 4 ligands are there students. 2 ligand will be at the plane of the paper. So I am writing one straight line students. This is the first ligand, and the second ligand is also on the plane of this paper. So these two ligands are approaching towards this central metal ion on the only one plane. Now one ligand will be from front side, that we are showing with this symbol. One ligand, the third ligand will come from the front, and the fourth ligand will come from the back side of the metal. This I have shown with this symbol. This is the structure. This is called as students tetrahedral structure. Ml4 can be written as in two ways. This is tetrahedral structure. On second students, it may be square planar structure. When you write down the geometry students, so Ml4 can be written as in tetrahedral as well as what? Square planar structure. So this is the complex students. This complex you have to always put in this square bracket. Now this complex, again we are square planar complex, also you can put like this. Now here again students, central metal will be at the center and the ligands are present at the square. This way they are approaching towards the central metal. So this way you can write the structure. That means if it is this coordination number 4, you can write it has two geometry students. First geometry tetrahedral geometry, second is square planar. Now students, we are going to see some example of this type of coordination number 4. The first example is which students we are going to take, that is the structure of nickel tetracarbonyl. Now students, this structure we are writing structure of nickel tetracarbonyl. Now students, if you want to write the structure of nickel tetracarbonyl students, you should know the atomic number of nickel. You should know atomic number of nickel students. Then only you are able to write the structure of the nickel. You can explain the structure of nickel tetracarbonyl. So what is the structure atomic number of nickel students? If you know the atomic number, you can write the electronic configuration. With the help of the electronic configuration, you can explain the structure. So students, electronic configuration without atomic number you can't write. So our first requirement is atomic number of nickel. What is the atomic number of nickel students? 28. Is it correct? 28 is the atomic number of nickel. Yes or no? Now students, when you write down the ground state electronic configuration nickel atom, ground state I am writing students, 18 electrons are given to the organ. Now what is how many remaining electrons students? 10 electrons we are going to distribute in the 3D, 4s and 4p. Yes or no students? Out of 10 electrons students, 2 electron will go to the s orbital completely. Now 8 electron go to the d orbitals. Now p orbital is not having electrons, so we write 4p0. Correct? This is the ground state electronic configuration, students. This is called as what? Ground state. We can write GS. Now students, because nickel tetracarbonyl is not having any charge, so what happens? It will directly go to the hybridization, students. Yes or no? So you can 3D8 students structure. When you write down the subatomic orbitals of 3D, you can write like this. 3 orbital has 5 subatomic orbitals. So like this way you can explain. So 5 subatomic orbitals it has. 4s is having only 1 subatomic, or p is having 3 subatomic orbitals. Yes or no? Now when you are going to fill the 8 electrons in 3D orbital, students, first you have to fill all the electrons singly like this. 5, then 6, 7, 8. Now 4s2, that means here paired. Yes or no? Now what happens, students? When nickel 28, that is nickel atom ground state, this is the electron configuration. What happens to students when the carbonyl, 4 carbonyl ligands approaches to the nickel? So nickel 28 will go to the sp3 hybridization, students. Nickel 28, now it is excited state. It will go sp3 hybridization. sp3 means 1 s orbital and 3 p orbitals. Before, students, when this nickel approaches toward the nickel 28, what happens? These 2 electron migrate to the 3D orbitals. So the structure will be what? 3D10 and 4s0. So what happens, students? Organ will be as it is, organ 18. It will become 3D10, 4s0, and 4p0 is already there. Now when you write down the subatomic orbitals, students, 3d10, how you are going to fill 10 electrons? Here there is no electrons, here is also not having any electrons. Now s orbital is vacant and p orbital is also vacant. What is happening, students? Now you are going to fill the electrons. 5 atomic orbitals, 10 electrons you are going to fill. So first singly you have to fill all the electrons, then the pairing will take place according to Hund's rule. You have to follow Hund's rule. Now students, because it is following sp3 hybridization, so these orbitals s and 3p orbitals are going to sp3 hybridization. S orbital, and here how many? 3p orbitals. So they will form sp3 hybridization. They will go to sp3 hybridization, and each orbitals now will have same energy. Understand, students? Now what happens, students, when the carbonyl, now students, when the carbonyl go to the approaches to the nickel 28 in excited state, all the 1 orbital will going to be 1 pair will provided by the nickel. When it will form the complex nickel tetracarbonyl, at the time what will be the structure, students? Organ 18 will be as it is, 3d10. Now here, because of the sp3 hybridization, what is happening, students? 3d10 you can write like this, and because sp3 orbitals, 4 sp3 orbitals are there, 4 sp3 orbitals. Now students, 3d10, first you have to fill the single electron like this, then the pairing you have to start. Now here, students, you have 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Now all the electrons are given by these electrons, which is given by the carbonyl group. We are writing with cross. All the electrons are given by carbonyl. So this I am writing with cross symbol. These are the electrons of the carbonyl. One pair. 1 carbonyl will give 1 pair of electrons. So total 4 carbonyls. So it will form the nickel tetracarbonyl. Because it is not having any charge, so we write what? 0. So this is the neutral complex, students. When you write down the structure, students, of this nickel tetracarbonyl, nickel will be at the center. Carbonyl, students, will be like this. This will be the structure of the nickel tetracarbonyl. That means, students, it has, because of sp3 hybridization, students, because of sp3 hybridization, it has tetrahedral geometry. It has tetrahedral geometry. And because there is no unpaired electrons, students, after hybridization, so it is diamagnetic in nature. Diamagnetic in nature. So this is the about the complex of nickel tetracarbonyl, students. Now, students, we are going to see the second example, that is nickel tetrachloride. Now, students, second molecule we are going to see, nickel tetrachloride, students. Now here this complex is having negative charge, nickel 2 minus. So again, students, we are writing the ground state electronic configuration of nickel. What is the atomic number of nickel, students? Atomic number of nickel is 28. Electronic configuration you have to write, students, because organ 18, 3d8, 4s2, 0. This is the ground state electronic configuration, student. Ground state. Now what happens, because it is carrying 2 minus, so when you write down the oxidation state of the nickel in this complex, students, it has oxidation state is +2. So students, this nickel 28 will go to oxidation state 2 plus. That means it will lose 2 electrons. So after, what will be the electronic configuration, students, in nickel 2 plus? So 3d 8, now 4s 0, 4p 0. Correct? Now students, nickel is, now this is the, when in oxidation state, what happens, students, when the chlorine approaches towards this nickel 2 plus, it will go sp3 hybridations. When the chloride ion approaches nickel 2 plus, it will go nickel 2 plus will go to sp3 hybridations, students. Again, what will be the structure, students? Organ 18. Now students, you have to write 3d 8 electrons. 8 electron you are going to distribute. First single, then the pairing will take place. 6, 7, 8, 2 unpaired. Now here sp3 hybridations. So what happens, students? These 1s orbitals and 3p orbitals, they will hybridize and form the sp3 hybrid orbitals. This is the hybridization symbol, sp3 hybrid. Each orbital we call as what? sp3 hybridized orbitals. Now students, what is happening to this? Now when the chlorine will provide 1 pair to these vacant orbitals, and it will form the nickel tetrachloride. So it will form the complex, students, nickel tetrachloride. Tetrachloride 2 minus. What will be the electronic configuration? Now the electronic configuration will change to like this. This is 3d 8 only, students. This will be as it is, 3d 8. Now what happens, students? Here all the electrons are given by, this is the 4 hybrid orbitals of, this is sp3 hybrid orbitals. Now all the electrons are given by chloride, 1 pair. So here 4 pairs are required. Sorry, 1 pair is here, you can write, not write. So these are the 4 pair that is given by chlorine. So it will form nickel tetrachloride. Now students, because it is in sp3 hybridization, so what will be the possible structure? What will be the geometry, students? The geometry will be what? Tetrahedral. So when you write the geometry, students, geometry, so nickel will be at the center, students. 1 chlorine will come here. This is tetrahedral geometry, students. We can write tetrahedral because of the sp3 hybridations, tetrahedral. Now students, when you see the number of unpaired electrons, yes, there is a number of unpaired electrons. So it is paramagnetic in nature. It is because of the unpaired electron, we call as what? Paramagnetic in nature. So students, if you like my video, only 2 examples we have given. Next 2 example I am giving next video. If you like my video, please share it, subscribe it. Thank you very much.